According to the United Nations, climate change could drive up to 6 million different species to extinction within 50 years.
That impact will even be felt right here in Chicago. This Earth Day, our Climate Watch team is focusing on this endangered animal known very well here. That's the piping plover. CBS News' Tara Molina takes a closer look at the effort to protect this beloved bird across the Chicago area.
Montrose Avenue Beach, once known as the largest and most popular lakefront space here in Chicago. Now, it's just as known for these two little birds.
Look at this movie he's doing.
Monty and Rose. Endangered and nearly extinct here in the Great Lakes, they're the first Great Lakes piping plover pair to successfully nest and fledge chicks in Cook County in more than 70 years.
In our lifetimes, certainly it's unheard of that piping plovers would be nesting on a beach like Montrose here in Chicago.
But you can't talk piping plover or Monty and Rose.
I absolutely love Monty and Rose, absolutely love them.
Without talking to Tamima Atani.
See how they cleared the grass?
She founded the Chicago Piping Plovers Group.
I basically just started coordinating the volunteer effort, and the rest is history.
But she did more than spot them here first, reporting the sighting to local and state groups back in 2019.
And so on the spur of the moment, I think the very first day, I said, I'm just going to call the male Monty and the female Rose after Montrose, and the name stuck.
Their names? Not the only thing that stuck. To call what these two inspired a fan club,
Oh my God, that's awesome.
would be putting it lightly. You've heard of lovebirds. Well, these two, they're still our version.
Someone referred to them once as Chicago's first couple. Now, we know that we have a presidential couple that came from Chicago, so for Monty and Rose to be referred to as Chicago's first couple is really cool, I think. And I hope President Obama and Mrs. Obama don't mind too much.
You've seen the avian first couple on T-shirts featured in children's books. Back in 2019, a concert set to be held near their nesting zone canceled after thousands petitioned against it. And while the living love story ended back in 2021 when the pair died, Chicago's piping plover story lives on. And thanks to them, so does the city's love for the birds. They inspired the creation of a 100-person piping plover volunteer team, still guarding the piping plovers on Montrose Beach during season, their nest, and their chicks.
We have a significant volunteer effort, and that consists of 2 volunteers being in 2-hour shifts from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. every single day. And often people will stay past 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. or even longer.
One of those plovers, Monty and Rose's son.
Imani hatched in 2021, and Imani has been coming back since then.
The hope for a nest in this new space, more than 3 acres of protected nature preserve on Montrose Beach. The Chicago Park District dedicating the habitat to Monty and Rose this past Valentine's Day. The group is hoping for Imani's return this season, typically starting around the end of the month.
He is a well-known bachelor in Chicago. He has the most marvelous lakefront real estate, and we continue to root for him to have a mate.
Like I said, the love story continues. But this is a conservation story too.
Great Lake piping plovers are very susceptible to impact by climate change.
Climate change has taken a toll on marine, terrestrial, and freshwater ecosystems around the world, resulting in the loss of local species, increased disease, mass mortality, and leading the first climate-driven extinctions, putting birds like these at even higher risk. There are only around 70 nesting pairs in the entire Great Lakes area.
They tend to be birds that will respond to, kind of climatic events.
Matt Igleski leads the Chicago Bird Alliance and has a background in conservation biology and zoology.
Like habitat changing, more, climatic storms, things that are going to be more dramatic and might affect things like migration or like coastal habitat like we have here.
A specific concern here in Chicago, changing lake levels, something we've tracked for years and will continue to see here. Record high levels back in 2019 shrunk nesting real estate here. A storm surge washing away Monty and Rose's very first nest.
They really did a lot for us as humans.
We're told it's going to take a continued effort to save the birds Chicago has come to love so much. Continued effort to save the love stories nature hasn't revealed quite yet.
The hope? We see the plovers back here on Montrose Beach any day now. So how can you get involved in the protection of these adored endangered birds and other at-risk species, many right in our own backyards? Our Climate Watch team has more information in the story you'll find on our website right now. Reporting on Montrose Beach this Earth Day, I'm Tara Molina, CBS 2 News.